Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how I'm going to plant my bush cucumbers into containers. But first I want to start with a couple of other things. Number one, today is May 30th, Memorial Day, and I just want to thank all the families out there that lost loved ones in wars to fight for our freedom, to fight for us to be able to make our little videos, give our little gardening tips, growing tomatoes, cucumbers, recipes and so forth. I want to thank you guys, because without you that would not have been possible, and I will never forget what you guys did for me for the rest of my life. I will be forever grateful. And the second thing I want to talk about is I want to say thank you to Lisa. She's a YouTuber like me. Her channel is called Lisa's World. It's Lisa''S World, one word. And I want to thank her for giving me a shout out in one of her videos, and I really appreciate that. As a new YouTuber, that means the world to me. And actually she just uploaded a video with a recipe for fried tomatoes that I would love to try. I'm going to pull the old fryer out as soon as my green tomatoes are big enough, but I will put a link to her video with the fried green tomatoes down below in the description section, so check it out guys. Now back to my cucumbers. So check this out. Alright, let me get situated. Bush cucumbers. Planted from seed on April 27th. Planted from seed on April 27th. I gave this one a lot of love and care, and I gave this one a lot of love and care. I watered them the same. I gave them the same fertilizer, fish fertilizer. Everything was the same. And just like my sister and I, one grew, my sister, the other one stayed a little shrimp, me. Anyway, but I will only be planting this guy, and I will keep this one in the cup for probably another week or so before I put it in a container. But this one is going to go in a container. It doesn't need any poles or trellises because it's a bush cucumber, and I'm actually going to put it in one of my tables on the patio. Hopefully it looks nice and grows cucumbers all over the table. Alright, I will be right back guys, and I will show you what I did to the soil, what I'm going to do to the soil, and also some tips on how I'm going to fertilize and care for this plant. I'll be right back. Alright, so a couple of things guys. I am using Kellogg potting soil, patio potting soil, organic of course, and you're missing this part, but I added about a small, very small handful of rock dust, azomite rock dust. But because it's a very heavy bag and it's in the garage, I added it there and mixed it up, and I have other videos so you can see that. But anyway, as I said, I started these guys from seeds on April 27th, and up above I'm gonna put a link to the video how I started them from seeds, and also has about weekly updates, I would say, with what I'm feeding them, fertilizing them, and how I'm watering them. But look at this guy, it looks like a tree, a cucumber tree. Anyway, but so this is my soil. I added the rock dust. I put a very generous amount of water, and the reason it's in a bucket, it's easier to carry this way around, and I'm gonna take it out of course after this video. But so another thing I'm going to add to my soil is Dr. Earth Organic Fertilizer, and it calls for 1/4 cup per 5-gallon container, and because this is less than 5 gallons, I am just going to eyeball it. So that looks just about right to me. So I'm gonna add it to the soil, and I'm gonna mix it about 7 or 8 inches depth. And you can wear gloves if you want, but I don't care, I'll wash my hands. Mix the soil very nicely, and as I said, the rock dust, it's already mixed in there. And now the fertilizer, and that's gonna give my cucumber a nice start. Alright, now right in the middle I'm gonna, and with cucumbers, at least I don't bury any of the stem of the cucumber, because I don't think it can grow roots from the stem, but I don't know. Anyway, and now the moment of truth, my favorite moment. I never take my plants out of the cups ahead of time, so I'm gonna get to see the roots for the first time, and I just watered it so it's easier to take it out and I don't break the roots. Let's see what we have here. Oh, look at that beauty. Look at these guys. These roots are beautiful. So I am going to spread them just a little bit, just to let them know that, hey, we're moving to a bigger place. We just got ourselves a bigger house. Anyway, alright, I'm gonna put it here carefully, and that is too deep. So I'm gonna put some soil back in here. Alright, that should be okay. And make sure that the leaves of your cucumber are not touching the soil, so I'll do my best here. And also make sure that there are no air pockets left. Alright, but that looks good. Next I'm gonna add some wood chips to keep the plant cooler, since this is a potting pot, so it's not in a raised bed garden, it's not directly into the garden, and because it gets so hot here when the sun is blasting at this pot, it's gonna get hot in there. So I'm gonna put some wood chips to keep it cool and also to keep them moist, because cucumbers love it when it's moist. Alright, I'll put the wood chips now. Okay. And I'm sure you've heard in other videos, guys, but I absolutely love cucumbers. Cucumbers, tomatoes, and peppers. I eat those guys every day, and that's why I started growing them, because I only eat organic produce, and I'll tell you what, it got really expensive at one point. So, I mean, I eat like 2 pounds of tomatoes every day, and cucumbers a little bit less, but tomatoes, I can eat tomatoes. I do eat tomatoes like apples. I just add a little sea salt and just eat them like apples. Don't even slice them. Alright, I will be right back to show you how I am going to fertilize this guy. So just like with the rest of my plants, I'm using Alaska Organic Fish Fertilizer to water my cucumber plant, and I diluted 1 tablespoon of fertilizer in 1 gallon of water. I only used about 1/4 of the gallon to water my cucumber plant, and then the rest I'm gonna use to make my other plants happy. And I just grabbed this, and that reminded me of something. So if you guys are in Arizona or Texas or California, New Mexico, Nevada, any of the hot states, the reason I'm not using the black containers from Home Depot that are really cheap, and I would love to, is because I can't even touch that thing. The black gets so hot, and this one is not. And when you have your plants in black containers in weather like ours where it gets so hot, and I actually just heard that this upcoming Saturday it's going to be 115 degrees, so the roots are just going to be boiling inside. I mean, I can't even touch that thing. So, and it's only been sitting here for like, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. So anyway, always, if you're in a hot weather place like me, always use light color containers. Or if you can't find any, you can buy the black ones and then wrap them around with something white. White would be the best. Now I'm going to show you where I'm going to keep this guy. So, I'm sorry, my husband just distracted me. Shows up out of nowhere, it scared the hell out of me. Anyway, so during the day, in the mornings, I'm gonna keep this cucumber plant down in the patio where my beans are. But then in the afternoon, I would say around 1 o'clock, I will move it up here to keep it away from the very, very burning afternoon sun, and it's gonna get really hot. It is already getting hot. In the afternoon around 2 o'clock, I'm gonna put this guy up here, and it's gonna be in the shade for about, I would say 5 hours maybe? No, not 5 hours. 3 hours. To miss the burning afternoon sun. And then I believe now it's about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is low afternoon sun, that it's not that bad, and cucumbers do need a lot of sunlight, so it's gonna get plenty. And also another thing is every 2 weeks I'm going to be giving the plant 1 tablespoon of fish fertilizer diluted in water, as I do with all my plants. And you can watch my other videos. It works like magic, and I discovered fish fertilizer by pure luck. I was in the not the grocery store, I was at the Home Depot, and I was just looking around to see something that says organic, and that was the first thing that says organic, and so I got it, and I've been using it ever since. And everything, peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, parsley, everything, and it works wonderful. Anyway, and it's cheap. It's like $8 for that bottle that you just saw.
And if you guys have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And until next time, happy gardening.
And the next thing I'm gonna feed them is gonna be fish fertilizer in about a week from now. Hopefully they stabilize and they do well.